to a pride event and then try to push their bullshit on everybody else, kind of like you're doing and your cameraman.
God loves you, sir. He loves you. So even the
Your God, fucking his son, your holy spook can lick my taint. I don't need your shit.
You have the issue, not us.
free from a lot of the stuff you're dealing with too. Yeah, the anxiety.
What does Jesus want you to do here? What does Jesus want you to do here?
Tell you that he loves you and he died for you.
I get
and
that
if
he
you'll turn
loves
away
me,
from your
but
sins,
you don't
turn
need to
away
be
from your
here to
sins and
tell
put
me
your trust in
that.
him,
You don't need to be
you'll
here to tell
receive
me
eternal
that.
life.
What
Name 3 songs
Dude,
by
I don't know who
Stryper.
Stryper
Then
is.
you're not a Christian.
Take your hands
Name
off
3
me.
songs by Stryper.
I don't know who that is.
You're not a Christian.
I don't know who that is.
You're not a Christian. Name 3 songs by Stryper.
This is what God did. God sent Jesus to come down to the earth.
Get it off
And
the
Jesus took the
property.
punishment.
Get it off the property. Go with your little
God loves
fucking
you,
stupid little.
It's interesting how Christians will call this Christians out there doing what they're supposed to do, and Christians are showing love when they are agitating the hell out of these people. Now, I'm all for freedom of expression and freedom of speech. And a person should be able to speak as they choose and express themselves however they choose to express themselves, as long as it doesn't interfere with someone else's ability to do exactly the same and you're not causing harm to anyone. You know, yelling fire in a movie theater, for instance, is harm to someone. But these people were at their LGBTQ rally, party, whatever it is, minding their own damn business. And obviously, these Christians came up and they are causing stress. They are interfering with these people's ability to express themselves and how they choose to express themselves. Now I know right away I'm going to have some Christians saying that we were given the Great Commission to go and preach the gospel to everybody in the world. First to the Jews and then to the Gentiles. But also remember, Christians, that when Jesus went to the island or the land, wherever it was, and the man had a legion of demons in him, after he cast out those demons into the pigs, which don't make no damn sense whatsoever, he bargained with the demons. The people didn't want to hear Jesus. So Jesus left. He left those people alone. He didn't keep badgering them. He didn't keep bothering them. He moved on his way. In the same way that when he went home to Nazareth, they were like, boy, you Joseph boy, you ain't nobody. You Joseph little boy. Boy, I remember when I was changing your toga. You Joseph boy. And Jesus just left. Even made a statement that a prophet can never go home. So if Christians were doing like Jesus or trying to act like Jesus, then what they would do is when people don't want to hear their rhetoric, they would walk away. It's just like when people come on my page and they want to make all their little comments. I don't bother with 99% of them because I don't care. Now, this also reminds me that when we was in New Orleans a couple of days ago on our cross-country motorcycle ride, we was walking down Bourbon Street and there was some Christians preaching and they was handing out pamphlets. And that's fine. People just kept moving. They wasn't really bothering anybody. They weren't like trying to hold you or anything like that. They're holding out their pamphlets. But do you know that the more we walked down the street, you know what we saw littering the streets? Was it the hurricane canisters? Was it cigarette butts and cigar butts or trash or anything like that? No. You know what we saw littering the streets? Was the very same pamphlets that they were giving out to people. And some Christian is going to say, well, if but one person, everybody was taking those pamphlets and throwing them on the ground, taking those pamphlets and throwing them on the ground. Y'all just wasting people's tides. And then the next day we were over by the Mississippi River, and there was the street preachers preaching again. And you know what was on the street again? All their little pamphlets. The Christians are creating litter. And you should think about that before you go out here and try to preach your word. If somebody wants to hear your word, let them come to you. Let them come to your church. I don't go out. I'm getting my motorcycle oil changed right now. I wouldn't go across to this guy working on this truck and start telling him, hey, do you believe in Jesus? Let me tell you why you shouldn't. No, he's doing his own thing. He's working. What the hell am I going to bother him for? If he wanted to hear anything I wanted to say, that I say, then he'll find me on social media. Just like a Christian should just say, if somebody wanted to hear their message, they will find them on television. They will find them on the radio. They will find them in a church. They will go and look for them. Not sit up here and try to push their message on people. And when people don't want to hear it, walk away like your Jesus did. Get back to that fad of the wearing the bracelets of what would Jesus do, because y'all ain't acting like Jesus. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.